I'm trying to find the most authentic people. I don't want people showing off. I want people who are their true selves. When I see animals, when I see trees, when I see the mountains, even the sky and the clouds, I look at the sky all the time and it fulfills me very much. There's no room for appearances or lies. It's nature shows your real face. It's a very remote place. It's quite far away from France. It took about 35 hours to get here, so it's quite a trip. When I arrive to a place, I look at the trees, I look at the houses, at the people, at the way that life happens around here, and first I try to establish a connection to see if they're okay with me taking their photos, if they trust me as well, and if trust builds, then I will take out my camera and then I will start working. I'm going to be spending some time with Sebastian, who's a Gaucho or a bagualero, who lives in this estancia, but who's also an engineer in agriculture. At some point in his life, he had the option to not be a Gaucho. The fact that he's a Gaucho today is really a choice that he has made. And I find it very interesting because the Gaucho way of life is very tough, and he accepted to open his world for me, so I'm going to be able to see the way that he's working and to take some photos of him and his way of life. Right now we're going to saddle up the horses so we can find some wild bulls in the forest. There should be some nearby. Nature really reveals people. You really have to be honest and true with yourself and with others, because nature is not going to give you some slack. There is always this division between man and nature, but the thing is, man is nature.
Eh oui mon grand, allez, go.
It's a work that's very dangerous, but also very intriguing for someone like me, who's not so familiar with these ways of working, because the landscape and nature is very different. The wilderness is very pristine here. It makes the work much more challenging as well. The gauchos really represent freedom and also the wide open spaces. So they represent many of the things I'm looking for in photography, which is being able to take some photos of people living in a timeless way. So I started taking photos when I was a kid, actually. I was finishing up the films. Quite young, I knew that it was possible to make a job out of it. Recently I started working a bit with medium format, with film photography. So I'm using the film because it takes more time. It's a different way of working. The selection is really a different process. Yeah, I take very much my time. But sometimes you just have to take your time on a horse in the middle of a river, and still it makes the adventure a bit more adventurous. Film photography has brought me to having people pose for me and doing some more traditional portraits. When someone is posing for me, we can take our time. I don't have to rush and they don't have to rush, so it really makes sense in such a place. In the end, it gives also more values to the photos because they go through a long process. What's harder is maybe better. I feel like a guest when I share these moments with the people I take photos of. It's a very fulfilling experience for me because it's an exchange. They get some nice photographs of their daily lives and I get to experience very authentic and very timeless ways of living.
Se acercó donde ya está. Una vez que el caballo te reconoce como parte de su manada.
Right now it's a very important moment for Sebastian because he's training a wild horse.
Sácate los zapatos. Rounding. Rounding. ¿Tienes Carpati?
For me it's very important to be able to capture this moment because there's a lot of intimacy between the horse and Sebastian. So you can really see the connection being established. Although we come from different countries, although we come from different environments, we are able to connect through nature and through the outdoors. Very happy. Nice images. Don't think we'll write it tonight, but in a few days, Sebastian should be able to work with it. I felt at first with Sebastian that he didn't really know if I was going to help him with the horses or with the bull, but along the days I can see that Sebastian has more trust in me, and now I really feel comfortable in these places. I can help a Gaucho when needed. More than a subject, Sebastian is almost becoming a friend. We're making real connections. So in the end, I just take some photos of my friend, and that's even better, you know? I'm very happy to be here.
Yo también.
It's a different way of living.
Claro, vivir el momento.
Bueno.